Guys, Crew Blind Wave, I'm Eric.
I'm Shane.
I'm Aaron.
And we're going to watch an epic rap battle.
And I'm Aaron. Neat.
Aaron is not here. He had to take off, so we're going to finish up this week with epic rap battle.
His man lover.
His man crush.
Yeah.
The
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
The one that you were trying to extract information from our podcast. Just trying to figure out who it was.
Yes.
Okay.
He has work.
Yes.
Actual work.
Real work.
Not a man lover.
Not a man lover. He can't get one.
He's
trying.
Men. He hates men.
No,
He's
he
working
doesn't.
for
And
it.
he
hate
can't
men.
get women.
He's
So he's
working
just
for it.
stuck with men.
End this bit!
Okay, so last time we've been doing this 3-week crusade of getting through the Darth Vader versus Hitler epic rap battles.
Yeah.
And now that we've finished that, we got to move on.
Move on
But
to what?
I thought it'd be funny
Just burn.
because I see it. I thought it. Stop.
Stop,
I thought it would be funny to continue on with the Stephen Hawking, because he was R2 in the last one, right?
Oh,
We saw
yeah,
that, and he appeared at the end of the last one.
Mm-hmm.
Stephen Hawking versus Albert Einstein. So I think that would be a fun death battle or an epic rap battle to do. I did say it that time. What do you think?
I was going to look up the poll.
Now, we did have a poll from last time. Shane, you actually didn't even see it.
Mm-hmm.
The last Vader versus Hitler. We all said Vader, but we want to hear what you guys have to say. In our last epic rap battle poll, we had a total of 76 votes. 10 of those votes went to Hitler.
Really?
And 67 of the votes, so 87% of
87
our
to
viewers
13.
thought
Wow.
that Vader had won. So I think it was pretty clear.
Yeah,
Vader-
that was a very
yeah.
decisive win.
He very much fired it up in that one. So, all right, so let's check out.
Good roll.
Right?
Dang it.
So, all right, we're going to check out this one. This is Stephen Hawking versus Albert Einstein. And I think it's going to be a fun one because Stephen Hawking rapping will be interesting.
Yes, very.
How's they gonna handle that?
I don't know. Let's find out. He does not. Oh, shit.
What's your voice? I can't freaking tell. You sound like Barney having sex with a speaking spell. I'll school you anywhere, MIT to Oxford. All your fans will be like, that was awkward. I'm as dope as two rappers, you better be scared. Cause that means Albert E equals MC squared. You got no
He's
idea
auto-tuned.
what you're messing with here, boy. I've got 12-inch rims on my chair, that's how I roll, y'all. You look like someone glued a mustache on a troll doll. I'll be stretching out the rhyme like gravity stretches time.
Is it bad that I'm laughing? This is
Your
funny.
little pea brain against this kind of mind. On the best, on the scoop
'Cause he can't emote.
I'll be dropping apples on your head from the shoulders. I have 2 shoulders you'd have stood on if you can stand. I'll give you a brief history of pain at the back of my hand. You can't destroy matter or me for serious. Ripping holes in you bigger than the hole in your black hole theory was. There are 10 million, 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 million particles in the universe that we can observe. Your mama took the ugly ones and put them in the one. Bring the heat with the mushroom clouds you're making. I'm about to big rap from scratch like Carl Sagan. And while it's true that my work is based on you, I'm a supercomputer. You're like a TI-82.
Oh.
All right. That's not bad.
That was good.
I like the idiot particles. That was funny.
Yeah. Putting on one nerd. I think that might have been his best bet though. The first one wasn't good at all. I
Not
think.
as good, but that one more made up for it for me.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what? Performance-wise, like...
I like how Albert was very consistent throughout
Yeah.
both of his,
Yeah.
but I feel like Hawking was like going easy on him,
Yeah.
and he just unloaded on him on the second one.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that one.
I don't know if I should be laughing at it or not, but him not emoting, like,
He reminds me of
is so good.
Frodo, the guy
Elijah Wood.
Elijah Wood, the
Yeah.
actor they have
Oh,
doing
yeah.
it. Really looks like
little bit,
Elijah
yeah.
Wood, like in the eyes
Yeah.
and the mouth and stuff.
There's just something about him, like, the very subtle, like, when he did that.
Yeah,
That was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How awkward it must have been recording
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, it's kind of uncomfortable. I think.
I thought it was pretty funny. I liked it. I like
enjoyed
the brief history of time reference they made with
Yeah.
Stephen Hawking's book. It made me think of in Prisoner of Azkaban, Alfonso Cuarón, who directed that movie, the Harry Potter movie.
Mhm.
he has a wizard at the Leaky Cauldron, like reading A Brief History of Time by Stephen Hawking.
Yeah.
I thought it was a really interesting thing he put in there that they pay attention to Muggle.
Yeah.
You know.
Like, even though they know, like, magic
Yeah.
can be outside of time, they
Yeah.
still, like, oh, these are, like,
Yeah.
the particle laws of the universe.
There's actually a big theory with that wizard because he's actually stirring his spoon like this, and the spoon's like going around in his.
I've seen that
tea.
guy before, yeah.
And people are like, he's not using a wand, he's using wandless magic. This guy knows science and wandless magic. You know, he's probably the most powerful wizard there is.
That would be amazing.
Anyway, this one, you know, I didn't get as hype as I did for the last Vader versus Hitler.
Well, there was so much.
You know.
There was so much build up.
There was so
Yeah.
much build up. This one was cool. I'm still not sure why they chose to make Stephen Hawking the R2 of those ones.
I
that
don't
was
know.
weird.
I think it was just like
Yeah.
a
No,
an intentional like bad joke.
you haven't seen it, Shane, but in the beginning of the last Vader versus Hitler, they set it up like Return of the Jedi over the pit of Carcoon, the Sarlacc pit.
The Starlight
And
Pit,
Hitler is Luke, and he's like, he does like this, and Hawking is there, and the lightsaber pops up and he throws it, so it's like Hawking is R2
Yeah.
in that
This-
scenario.
Wait, Hawking throws the saber?
He doesn't throw it, it like
It,
pops
like,
out of his
yeah.
chair and then throws off.
Yeah.
So it's so silly. I felt like Einstein was probably the stronger rapper, of course, but you couldn't really do too much with the Stephen Hawking voice. You know, they kind of auto-tuned it, which was a funny idea. I might have appreciated this having the straight monotone voice too.
Yeah.
It might have been funny.
They might have tried it and like, this
It
doesn't
doesn't
really
work.
play well with
Yeah.
the music and everything.
I'm gonna go Hawking
It
just
might be
because.
hard to do without sounding like you're making fun of him.
Yeah,
Like,
no, true.
yeah.
I'm gonna go Hawking just because I appreciate just like the digs at the very end there more
Yeah.
than I did all of Einstein's.
Yeah.
Except Einstein went pretty deep with like standing and stuff like that.
He did cut pretty deep.
Yeah.
And
I'm
he
gonna-
went like
You brought your own chair.
straight
Yeah.
away.
That's pretty
like
good.
that was
Iron
his
Chair,
first dig.
You're right. That one's pretty good.
That was his first dig.
I'd say Einstein's a better rapper. I think he did more with mankind.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with him.
Einstein?
Yeah. I think he was a Jew, coming here from Germany. I think
Oh, that's-
he's got a better story.
We're not supposed to. Well,
We're supposed to base it on
Yeah.
the rap, not like real
Well,
world.
go by that. He's definitely a much better rapper.
I'm gonna go.
So-
I'm gonna go Stephen Hawking.
Hawking,
Yeah.
Einstein.
Yes.
I like Hawking. more.
Hawking? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's what we think, but of course we want to hear what you guys think. You can enter into our Epic Rap Battle poll and vote which one you thought won.
On
we wanna,
Patreon.
On Patreon. We want to be able to figure out what our Blind Wave audience thinks. Not just
Yeah.
everybody, but Blind Wave specifically. So you guys can do that at patreon.com/blindwave. You can learn how you can enter into that poll and all the polls we run there.
Yeah.
We can also see stuff early, like this
Early
video.
access,
You
yeah.
might be watching this way earlier than everybody else watching it live on YouTube, so you can
Fools.
check that out. Fools. No, you're all good people. And that's pretty much it. Down in the description, all the links to our social media. Blindwave.net has
Where's my pad?
and a store and stuff. And we'll see you guys next time. I'm Eric.
I'm Shane.
What was that mocking?
No.
Is that Aaron again or something? Or?
Yes, was Aaron.
Okay.
Neat.